Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. All right, OBS is fine. All right, so right at the open, we're going to be looking to see can we hold on to the previous day high. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, VC. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Nicole. What's up, Brady? What's up, Kim? What's up, Green Candlestick? Good morning, SF. Aloha. Good morning, Mel. David Q. Love you back, Bob Johnson. What's up, King Carnage? Ace, good morning to you. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Jensen Gals. Daddy Pal Day. It's a lot more than that, but yes, it is Daddy Pal Day. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sandollar. Good morning, VC again. What's up, John G? What's up, Timmy? Good morning, Taylor. Really nice push, though, above 464.72. That could be a 40% entry, but not really that trusted because it is the first 5 minutes of the day. But that is exactly what that is. So just be on the lookout. All I typed is that SPY broke next level above. Which, remember, on the daily time frame, that means we're pretty much right there. We went right up to this area. Remember I said yesterday this candle could turn into a 3 white soldiers. I said we could hit 465 this week for all we know, and here we are actually doing it. This is the exact scenario that bears probably did not want to see at all. Triple Qs are doing really well. This is, of course, with the help of Apple and Microsoft. Both of these doing pretty well at the open. Nvidia doing well. It's a good tertiary weight in the XLK sector. Amazon and I can't say Amazon and Tesla, but Amazon's doing well on top of the Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia push. We have Tesla kind of venturing away from that push. Looks like 237 is going to be the trigger on that chart for upside. Meta's pushing. Banks are not. Yep, we'll get to that later. You know, it's funny. I clicked that yesterday. I clicked restart, re-signed in, and then it still popped up. It's like, okay. So... So y'all are just going to keep having this pop up. Coinbase slowing down still in the bigger time frame. Really just monitoring that one. 120 on Nike, wow. Costco still pushing all-time highs. John Deere short-term recovery coming. If this stays as an inside candle today, I would really like that, but it probably won't because it's John Deere. Here's your 20-year. They're still pushing higher, holding a really good area from their bigger time frame. They got up to it. Looked like they were trying to pull away, got into it again, pushed above it, held above it, pushed away from it now. So they're actually creating room at what was a resistance as a support now. Same thing is happening to the dollar as well. I want CLF to hurry up and slow down. PayPal Daily. PayPal Daily is also an inside candle. Boeing is an inside candle. Hey, hey, Roku's finally falling through the floor. Alright, so we're going to leave this chart on here for good. Unlink it, and then we're good. I'm gonna zoom this one a little bit. Alright, hold up guys, I have to go update my lifetime chat. TP1 for 15%. The first con is up 35% here. I've been waiting for Roku to drop for a fat minute. One second. You'll have my attention again very soon. I need to send a chart real quick. Come on. Where's my average down? Here it is. Okay, was on 12.8. Entry was on 12.7. Average down was on 12.8. I gotta make sure I typed that right. Alright, back to this chart. I'm sorry, guys. I had to make sure I did that right. Alright, I all have my full focus again. Sorry about that. There goes Nvidia. Industrial Stables Energy in the Reddit open. Pfizer for fun. We'll check it in a minute. I'm going to focus on smaller time frames again real quick, and then we'll go back to that. Apple's still pushing higher. Microsoft's still holding near its high of day. Nvidia's still holding higher. The main focus, guys, is watching the ones that are kicking ass right now. So go watch Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon. As soon as these slow down or continue to break new levels, that is your sign that we are going to continue in whatever direction. And also kind of the opposite effect to some of the ones that aren't moving. You could see, yeah, Meta is joining them as well. Google is not. Tesla is not. So you have two really big weights not really doing anything. The banks aren't doing anything. It looks like healthcare is not doing anything. No, we're not going to restart because you're not going to actually fix anything. UNH is still breaking through 542. So that's not good for healthcare. I didn't bother seeing if they were actually down or not, and they are. Okay. I'm just going to have to spam through this list as much as possible today and see when is everything slowing down. Really just seeing a slowdown at the open. You have a doji in the first 15-minute candle. You opened here. Indecision, really. Bullish. Bullish. Indecision. Bullish. Slowdown. And it's not that this is bad. This isn't really that bad. This is still really bullish, even though it didn't close above. But what makes it not that bullish anymore is when it came back up again, it had a lower high. Wrong drawing tool. Lower high. So that's what really kind of got me weak on that one. And then so now the main focus really is this level. So if you can see a crack under this, that's great. But you really need to see it break a new low. But it already is kind of bearish again. This is what my focus is at the open. That's how I see that. What do you guys see? Let me know if you see anything different or if you're kind of in line with what I'm looking at here. And that's on the 1 minute, of course. That's very, 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 very short-term information. But as a day trader or scalper, you can't ignore it. Here's the 5 minute. I need to zoom in on this. So small looking. There we go. And look how we're reacting on the daily time frame. Look at the 15. Like, don't just look at the left side two charts. There's a lot more going on there. All right. Done updating Roku. We're good on that one. I would like to point on the 5 minute, like as bearish as this looks, on the 5 minute we have not broken the previous day high supply, which is again from the high to the open of the last green candle before a breakdown, which since the close was right there and that was there, I was like, you know what, I'll just include all three. So you got the previous day high, previous day close, and the supply, which really isn't that big as you can tell, but it is a good pivot point to focus on. But I'd like to add, as bearish as you look here, you know, breaking this and possibly retesting to move lower, if they can get back up like that, they can move back up. But also at the same time, that would make a hammer on the 5 minute if you get any kind of reversal from here. So that'd create a good reversal in the 5 minute as well. So that's something you need to look out for. Also on the 15 minute right here, which is this top right chart, it copies this level, so that's why it's just blank. There's never levels on it. But what you can focus on is the fact that this is a long-legged, indecisive doji, and you know that you don't have to call it any other name. Fuck the variations of dojis. Dojis all mean one thing: indecisive, possible transfer of power. So you need to wait for whatever the next print is, the next close of the candle. So you get a close of a green candle, that's a green print. A red close would be a red print. That's what you're focusing on after the close of a indecisive candle. Excuse me. My throat's a little rough. I don't know why. But holding over the previous day high supply, still a good sign for bulls. Just making sure everybody's clear on that. Definitely be sure to drop a like on the stream. Sorry I was a little quiet a little bit ago. I was trying to update something for my chat. But we're back and we're focused on SPY. And I read through y'all's messages. Yo, thank you, Purple Mango. He said, just stop by to smash the like button. Have a good day, everyone. Gotta love the community. Good morning, V-Ferg. Yo, good stuff, VC. Looks like you were also shorting Roku. Proud of you, man. Good stuff. Triple Q, scalping on the 1 minute. Only playing the rest of 3965 there at the doji. Good morning, B and gang. Been a minute. Looks like you were all still crushing it. What's up, Driz? How you doing, boss? I remember you. And hey, I tell everybody this. It doesn't matter how much time you guys take off or aren't in here. I don't care. You know, I know you guys have your lives to tend to. I know you have families, drama, whatever there is. I'm proud of you. You know, I'm glad you're here again. But, you know, you never have to apologize or nobody ever has to come in here and be like, oh, guys, I really missed it in here, blah, blah. Like, it's your home. You know, you're always going to have it here. This isn't something that's going away. This community will never fade away. So we're glad to have you back, Driz, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Fed is speaking today. Didn't think you'd be streaming, so I didn't bother to look. How are you this AM? I actually feel great, fool. We had Roku puts from, like, last Thursday. I had to average down that last Friday, and then I sold today, so I'm really happy about that. So now I'm just chilling, honestly, because like you said, there's a lot of Fed stuff happening today, so I probably won't trade a lot today. So I'm glad I got that out of the way in perfect time, and now we can just kind of chill and have fun and watch some charts a little bit together. But about that, let's talk about that. Good update by Fool. Here we go. Timmy said, I grabbed a call at 9:36 and have felt kind of dumb for holding. However, I told myself not to sell unless I lower low. Focus on your plan, Timmy. I like that you said it out loud, too, so it kind of, like, probably help you out a little bit. Like, hey, come on. I said it. Up 25% on NVIDIA watch on trade floor. Good job. Hidden land. My bad. Let me wait for that. Taylor said, if you take your fib from pre-market high to low of day, we rejected that golden pocket almost perfectly. Alexis said, Amazon sold for 40% profit. Stop hit. Good stuff, Alexis. What's Bracken B? Looking forward to being here entire stream today. Great stuff as always. Gonna catch up on some of your vids. Drop the L. You're good, man. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you to everybody, bro. If you're someone returning, I guess I could talk about this. If you're someone returning to the channel, or you're someone who's like, you know, you've been around the block, you don't need to go back to some of the basic stuff. I get that. You know, I get that. You don't need to go back to that. I agree. But what you should check out, because a lot of you have the membership, like almost everyone in here does. Click on this. It's literally $4.99 a month for the channel. You get cute badges and some emojis and, you know, shit like that. But the important part is that you get the weekly watch list every week. You get all the extra videos. I even did a live stream of this watch list. You know, we do all kind of fun, random ideas and stuff in here. But there's a lot of really amazing topics in here that are more in depth on all the different trades, all the different ways you should be looking at things. And then there's just information videos, like this one right here is the top 5 sectors of S&P, different info on that. But there's a lot of really good videos in here I'd go through. Like order of operations. If you're someone who hasn't been around the block for the past couple months, you definitely didn't see this video. This is probably the most crucial video to watch now. This is just a good review video to get you on like kind of a daily homework kind of thing. And there's other great things in here too that can kind of lead you into better topics and really just more in-depth topics of things you already know. Like you don't really need to learn, oh, how to redraw these levels? How do I trade the 40% or 80%? Like you don't need to know those things. You already know it. But it kind of adds on to that information. So I definitely would check it out if you're someone returning to the channel. But yeah, definitely drop a like on the stream. It helps with the channel a ton. Let's go over the news real quick. So we had PPI come out today. We talked about that. You got the interest rate decision. You got the rate statement. You got the economic projections. And I'm pretty sure at the press conference, we got Daddy Pal. So we're going to be waiting on that, which I don't think I'm going to be streaming all day. I already posted my schedule. I'm working on the next course. But If you join the Discord, which is free to join, you can join in there, and there will be a lot of people posting news, updates, price action, and not just on SPY. I cover SPY like a lot, but my chat will cover every weight, so you won't be completely bored like you wouldn't here watching just SPY with me. But they all post amazing things. Also, guys, let me go back and show you what I clicked on, actually. So when you're on this page, on financialjuice.com, do not skip over this. There is always a pinned message here. It's the need to know market risk, right? And there's a lot of, you know, words put very closely together. It's hard to look at, right? The very first thing you need to look at is just look for the US in the parentheses. Just look for that. Click it. This is very important. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys last week and the week before. If you're someone who's been here, if you're someone who's new, if you're someone who's just looking to be aware, this is the place to look. Not subscribe to some paid feed. This is a free website you can go to. You can learn anything you need on here. They give you the breakdown of the news by facts. Then they give you the what to expect, also with facts, not looking with bias. You never have to worry about bias, so that's always a great thing. But yeah, we have a lot of news coming out today, though, as you can see. Briefing.com also is a free website as well. Love this. They have not updated yet, but I'll show you guys in a bit when they do. But what I'd like to do about this site is reading the corporate news. If there's anything I'm not updated on, I can just come read this real quick. And then beyond that, you can read other news that come out as well. Kind of ties into Financial Juice a little bit because of the amount of information. And then, of course, you have savvytrader.com. I like to go through this for earnings. You click on earnings page, and you can read all the before and after close earnings, and it's very easy to look at. See, like Costco, you just scroll over it. Wow, look, there's the numbers, all the expected numbers, there's the logo, there's a bunch of information. You could even click on it and go in further in depth, but we're not going to do all that. But very, very awesome websites. All three should be taken advantage of. Still waiting on the basically the same information I told you guys a little bit ago. I'll just repeat it, like the vague basis of it. But in short, SPY, bulls want to hold previous day highs, bears want to break them. That's it. That's really all you're focused on. Where my day traders at in chat? What are we looking for, everybody? Where my day traders at? Good morning, Don Du. Always good to see your name pop up. Tesla below yesterday, low of day. Good call up by B Ferg. Alexis said, quick 20% scalp on triple Q on that little slowdown. Observing now and vibing. Love to see it, Alexis. That's called trading in control, man. Being able to take your trade, being able to move on from it. Low volume this morning, I agree, Timmy. Do you have an in-depth video or write-up on how about picking contracts? I picked a contract yesterday and realized that I need much more information before I do that again. We do, but not openly on the channel. So I don't want to, like, sell you on something. But we do. Looking for a pin bar on triple Qs. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to need to be looking for a little bit more here. But so far, so good for bulls on the SPY chart. On the triple Qs, though. Okay, yeah, kind of the same story. We're looking for the exact same story on both of these charts right now. It doesn't matter that they broke their open. Right now, you're looking to see can the previous day highs continue to hold previous day close, as well as the next bigger time frame level. So you got like 398.20s up to the previous day high for triple Q. And then for SPY, you got the, what is this? Like 464 up to the previous day high. So like a 20-cent range on that one. A lot smaller than the triple Q range. Come on, make my candles bigger. There we go. What do SPY? Fool, I believe I added you on... Discord. If you'd like to DM me, I can send you something. Good stuff. David Q, he said he's taking profits here for 11% on his mental poots. Like to hear it. This thing holding up. What do SPY? It's pretty much what I said, man. You can't be bearish until proven otherwise. Like, it doesn't matter that we're here on the daily. This really could continue to hold base like it is now. Build higher. Because, like, yeah, this doesn't look too hot. But then you're like, oh, wait. You, like, open your eyes a little bit wider. And you're like, oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're at supports right now. Can't really turn bearish yet. So it's hard to. Even though you broke today's open, it's not really the same, you know, because you are holding really good base. Whereas if it had rejected here and then dumped and then given a lower high from that, okay, then I'd be a little bit more bearish right now. But you do have pretty good base building up, so you really can't flip yet. So if you feel uneasy about being bullish or bearish here, guess what? You can sit cash. That right there is like like everyone always asks, like, how do I know when to sit cash and when to take the good trades? It's like it's in your gut. Like if it feels weird, don't touch it. I know that sounds weird because I say, you know, be a computer, don't use your emotions, but that's a real thing. Like if you're gonna sit here and there's nothing here screaming at you, you shouldn't be touching it then. Yep, bull's still holding. Basing went really well. Bears can't break. Yep, it's just not time to flip yet. And if you don't feel easy enough about getting into longs here, then you just sit cash. It's simple as that. Personally, I already said what I'm doing today, so I'm chilling. I guess I can remove this stuff now. Y'all are probably like, what the hell are we looking at this still for? It's just, I'm not meaning to draw this like that, but you guys need to be able to mark what's a lower high. Like this hit, and then it created a lower high. On the 1 minute, you didn't really get that on the 5 minute. That was just one touch on the 5 minute. So it's good to note that as well. Uh-oh, new low made. Now let's see, can they break previous day close? Can they break previous day high? Can they break, what is this level? Let's actually mark this. 464.06. This is the chart we are focused on right now. Chilling like Bob Dylan. It just wicks back up. Stubborn. Hidden Land said Nvidia's at 485 from 475. He's closing his calls that he called out in the trade floor of the Discord for free for 55%. Great job, Hidden Land. Very glad to see it. And this is what I'm talking about. We have one of the best communities around. Anybody can go and chat, post plays, and they're amazing. Guess what? Some of them lose, but they always have invalidation. There's always something that's saying, well, if it does this, then you guys don't need to be in this anymore. And that's how my community trades. We actually trade. We don't just sit here and pretend. Good job, Hidden Land. Very proud of you. Microsoft and Amazon not holding. Great update by Sandollar on two of what was some of our stronger weights. SF said AMD made it back to current day open. Sandollar said Apple being pumped with same days, so it's propping up the SPY. SF said SPY at current day open. Good job, Sandollar. Good job, SF. Good job, everybody updating. Which, Timmy, that is good to note. I'm not going to ever take that away from you. But I would like to add, RSI is never going to give you the overbought and oversold signals that just a plain candlestick will. Because what I like to look for when I look for overbought or oversold signals are gapped up or gapped down small body candles repeatedly. Not just one, not just two of them, a few of them. And that is a natural signal to me. And again, I'm not taking away from RSI. RSI is literally built to calculate overbought and oversold. Make sure you also mess with your parameters. Sometimes I like to adjust it to 80-20. to set your extremities on both sides. 80-20, 8 overbought, 20 oversold. I can't speak English. But one thing I want to add on to that too, and again, and I'm not bashing anybody who's using RSI, but something RSI will never, ever, ever, ever be able to calculate is consolidation correctly. Because we actually did consolidate enough time here for this to reach higher levels. And we talked about this a lot in the streams. Who all remembers talking about the bigger time frames in the streams or in Discord? We talked about this in many scenarios. So that's one thing that indicators will not be able to track or naturally... I don't even know how I'm trying to like naturally gather that information, if that makes sense. Like instead of getting it through an indicator. And again, I'm not bashing RSI. I have to keep saying that because I'm not bashing anybody who uses indicators. But what I don't like about RSI is that it doesn't have that natural flow to things. It doesn't have the, oh, well, we range traded here. It is possible to reach these. On RSI, it's just going to think it's been overbought as soon as one of these two candles appear, stopping a lot of people from catching the rest of the move. And I'm not saying you should want to catch the whole move. You definitely don't, because you're never going to catch the whole move. But it's just interesting because there's a lot of consolidation here. I think everybody would agree with me. Everybody for the last few weeks has been complaining about how we're in a range. It's like, yeah, we are. It's like 453 to like 458, 459, and then it ended up holding under 460. Just broke into it a couple days ago. Now we're already at 465. So this was only possible because of this. So if there was some indicator saying that you're overbought, I'm really not that surprised because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Is Hidden Land J? Yes, Hidden Land is J. Is the original J, not the J you and me know. Hidden Land is like... is older J. Negative PL. There you go. Even though he literally does not have a negative PL. He likes to joke, though. Yeah, the true goat. Nice 5-minute candle here for bulls. Good look out, Zeke. Sorry I'm calling that out late. And it's funny, too, because in the Discord I said, and I'll read it word for word. In the Discord I said... SPY longs with risk of previous day high or even the triple Q chart is nice here. The break of previous day highs can be the first sign for bears to step in too. Have a plan, have invalidations, do not trade emotions. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Keep it simple. Let's go. Actually, Duffy, I'm really not surprised. I even said I knew you'd be in. You were probably in before I even said it. Took 30% profit on pins. Call thanks. Kissing emoji. Good job, Dondu and Noxta. I love to see the teamwork in our swing trading chat we have going on. Damn, he crapped on my play. I'm like over here like Roku, 42%. Noxta goes right after me and says, what did I say? Pins 103%. And then he says 150% now, actually. What a legend. I gotta see that chart now. Sheesh. Come on, man. I swear, sometimes the chart just like messes up on its own. That is a nasty move. He also called out crowd. He called out Etsy. I can't type. I still can't type. There we go. Etsy. I can't remember the other one he did. It was crowd, Etsy, pens. There's another one. I can't remember. They were all fire though, and it was really fun to watch. Y'all want to chill on this chart for a bit? We were already on the other one for a little while, but kind of like y'all serving at this point. Whatever y'all want, we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, Jay. Jay, what are you doing? Trying to go back to sleep till pal, bruh. It's like this every time. Like, Don, dude, it's like this every time he, like, does something in life, then he comes back. This is something Jay does every single time he's here. Like, I always act surprised, but I shouldn't be. Insane, dude. Jay, I'm really proud of you, man, for real. You deserve every dollar. Oh, Daffy said he's at work. All he needed was a sign. Okay, there are multiple people taking it. Damn, there's a lot of people in chat kicking ass. Okay, I don't have to worry about Discord at all. Everybody's doing great. Hey, what's up, fool? What's up, Bueller? Yeah, give me a second. Let's go. We are still moving up. Sorry, I was kind of like drawing a blank because I've been looking at messages and all kinds of stuff. But I want to post that we are back in your hive day. I said back at Hive Day, posted calls with the stop loss. Hope you took it and profited. If you guys are in this play from what we posted, I do recommend taking off some profits, scaling out, limiting some of your risk, but it is up to you at the end of the day. I am not a financial advisor. But I am happy to see the bullish retest holding. I think a lot of you guys probably had this planned out. I saw Zeke talking about it. I saw Username talking about it. I was talking about it. I saw a couple other guys in chat talking about it. So a lot of people were looking around for this potential hold, which is great. Bueller. You know, it's funny. Y'all joke about saying that, but people have, like, whether it's like playing a game or like meeting someone new online or talking in chat and someone that I've never seen before meets me like in there. You guys would be surprised how many people pronounce Bueller that way. So you joke, but people actually do that. It's like seeing the name Josh and then saying Josh. It's like, why would you do that? Now I know y'all are messing with me, but people do that, like, genuinely. Deepak said, I am so excited to see I have 464.72 marked on my chart as well by looking at the price history video for key levels. I am so happy that at least I got one. I don't have 463.31, so I still need to learn 463.30. Let's go see what it is together then, Deepak. So something I like to do, in Deepak, if you ever want to question me, do it. You know, say, hey, Bueller, challenge me. Bueller, what is that level? Why is that there? Challenge me. So if you ever have any questions about anything, ask. But let's go see what that is, because I'm curious now, too. I promise if you don't have it, it's probably a halfway point, because I didn't like the range between two actual emerging candles. 1 second. I know this is going to look like shit, by the way, but I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. And it is a halfway point. So the 463.31s is a halfway point between 461.90 and 464.72. Now, I promise you I did not draw this ahead of time. I probably drew this in the last couple days, noticing the distance on smaller time frames between 462 and 465, basically. So that's what probably drew me to put that on the chart, or it made me draw that on the chart. But that is where that comes from. So don't feel too ashamed. It's not a normal TA routine level. It is a halfway point because of me seeing the distance on the smaller time frames. Like, let's say 461.90 breaks out. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm taking profits at 460, That is so far. That's almost a $3 move. That is gigantic for a day trade, right? So I need to have a halfway point in there to at least give me a good scale out point, and that's what that level comes to be. But that's where that comes from, so don't feel too bad about that one. That really wasn't your fault. But that is where it comes from, so now you know. It took me forever to get charts like this. So you really weren't far off. You kind of did get it. The video workshop 11 is great for learning how to get his levels. I agree, Garden Trader. That is probably still the best video on this channel, if I do say so myself, and it merely is because that video covers everything. It literally goes over where we get the levels from, what they are, why we use them, where to grab them, how to put them on the chart. And then it shows a couple other little neat tips and tricks around that. But then it talks about the entry types, talk about the staircase method. We talk about how to navigate the levels. Like, that video really is everything we do here for day trading and scalping, that is. And can kind of be used, I guess, for swing trading. But we do it a little bit differently. Steffi said, what is a stop loss? Legend. Good morning, Chuck. Glad to see you, man. Taking profits here for 11% on the bullish retest. Great job, David. Nice. Didn't you get the same percentage on your mental trade as well, if I remember correctly? Because David's one of those guys who likes to get like a mental rep, and then he'll get a real rep just to get it out of his system, and then he can just relax. Or he could find another rep if he wants. But I like that. Deepak said, oh, I see. Good to know. Yeah, I don't have halfway point levels marked yet. Yeah, definitely check out Workshop 11. It's the second. I'm pretty sure it's something you've already seen, Deepak. I'm just re-reminding. Videos, popular. It'll be the second video. Price action is king. Got a little crown on it. Thank you, Google Chrome, for giving me logos. Let's see. Feels like cons aren't moving too well today. If SPY were close to this 5-minute candle like this, we set up a 3-bar play. Yes, it would have been. Ended up holding a little bit better than it should have, though. And yeah, honestly, if you were in plays from when we talked about it up to here, contracts did move pretty well. I was looking at a couple different strikes, but I did notice some of the strikes had a lot lower volume. So if you had trouble, like, it hit the target and then your contract was like, let's say like 340 or something, and then it went up to like 380, it probably didn't sell at 380. You probably had to go down to like 375 to sell it because of the lower volume on it. I could see maybe that messing with some people and it causing the price not to be as stable for actually getting out or not. But I did see a couple that moved pretty well. I didn't watch the triple Q chain, Zeke, which I know you're watching that. But I also would like to add, triple Qs did not move as much as SPY yet. But they are the exact same setup. Triple Q's holding very well. If you want to give yourself kind of an invalidation point, you really just need to watch low of day to high of day, because essentially that is really what happened. You had a breakout and then it slowed down. So we're kind of watching of that slowdown type price action right now. It held 100%, so it made it hard for people to hold anything. But now they got back above it, and now you might be seeing a secondary higher low pop up. If they end up invalidating, this could be the slowdown that helps crack down this low of day support. We'll see. But overall, that does look very interesting to me, and I can see why that didn't move as much, because it didn't move as much. I said the same thing twice, but that's essentially what happened, though. I mean, you had your contracts didn't move as much. The price didn't move as much yet. But decent movement so far. We'll see if this potential higher low steps in. Kind of hesitant right now. Also watching SPY, try to see if they can hold 460, 470. So we got a couple things going on in a couple different charts that are very, very important. But I would like to add, Apple's still holding a lot of its strength. Microsoft gave up its strength. Nvidia's still holding a lot of its strength. Amazon gave up a lot of its strength. Because remember, these were the ones that were pushing higher this morning. Remember what we said. Focus on the ones that are kicking ass this morning. Some of them are not anymore. Some of them have slowed down, which is causing a little bit of hesitancy on a continuation for SPY in the overall market. It's not really the triple Q or SPY's fault. It's not really their fault. It's the fact that we have a bunch of mixed weights moving around right now. Banks were looking a lot worse. They're picking it back up. Healthcare was looking a lot worse. They're just slowing down now. So, I mean, you also have that kind of mixed into it as well, even though it's not that big. But it's kind of messing with that SPY chart and triple Q chart a little bit. I genuinely believe it's because of the bigger time frames too. It's the amount of news that's happening today as well, but also it's literally this. It's the fact that we've gotten up to this next area. I genuinely believe like you're gonna just see indecisive trading every step up. You're gonna have one good move, indecision, one good move, indecision, one good move, indecision, and it's gonna be like that until we see more stable price action on bigger time frames as well. Plus, you got to remember what everyone else mindset is in. Everyone right now is thinking we're through the roof. Everyone's thinking we're breaking all-time high right now, which we are getting there. Triple Qs are close. SPY's close. We're not taking that away from bulls, but there is this like euphoric feeling in the air where everyone is bullish right now. So you also have like the other side of the crowd too, where you got people kind of stepping in going, well, I'm not touching this because it's definitely going to come down soon. And that might be why we're seeing an extended rally as well. It's because of people not stepping in. The liquidity is there. They're able to take it higher. So I'm not guessing where we're going. I'm just saying you're very bullish still until proven otherwise. And we've been saying this for weeks. And it's been very hard to kind of continue pushing that message too, because if you look back here, I had tons of people argue with me too. You know, if you go back here and look, you're like, yeah, we had a bearish kicker, you had an almost dark cloud cover, you had a bearish engulfing, but we didn't once break anything. We were holding support that whole time. So it's like you could be bearish, I mean, you could be bullish until proven otherwise. And there was never a proven otherwise situation that ever happened. Like, yeah, bears didn't have continuation, bears didn't have continuation, bears didn't have continuation. They really just kept holding support and consolidating, building up more power for whatever, you know, move up next, up to 465 maybe. This could go to whatever the top of the next zone is, 469 for all we know. This could still have another $4 or $5 of movement left in it. That's the crazy part. Siri, play Creed. Higher. Deepak, you are pretty new. I guess I'll be patient with you. So Deepak, yes, they are. You are correct, by the way. They are different levels. So good job at seeing that. So these two are the same chart, but this is the 1 minute and this is the 5 minute, right? But they have the same levels. So these are the levels of TA routine, the levels you just saw me break down, the day trading levels. And then these will be the swing trading levels. These, and here I'll just show you everything on one screen so you can make a lot more sense of this. So, and this is something you need to abuse, by the way. See this drawings button right here? I know you might not be able to see it because my thumbnail, but there's a drawings button here. If you click this, I have multiple drawing sets, and you'll sometimes see me click through this. This is the levels that you're seeing right here. By the way, new SPY high of day. I love to see it. If you guys have runners, please trim some right now, because right now volatility is contracting for you. It's opening up its doors for you. So please scale out some of your profits if you took the original play that we all talked about, because right now is the best time to do it as it's moving a new high. Damn, everybody's doing great in the Discord. I'm gonna just focus on this. Deepak, sorry, I was getting into what I was talking about. So I was updating again, I'm sorry. So this is the daily time frame chart. Like, this is where you see all these levels. This is where I add all of them from the daily, and then we go down. Sometimes we'll add halfway points, like on the smaller time frames if we think there's, like right here, you could add one. And then we'll add the previous day low, previous day low demand, previous day high supply, and then I do that. Open, which I didn't draw that today. Today's closed, didn't need to because it's part of the zone that we have drawn. And that's it. That's where you get these day trading levels. Now, the other chart that you were seeing, the bigger time frame chart, that's the King Carnage chart. Now, sometimes I used to use this one. We were using this for the first half of this year. This is where you use monthly emerging candles, weekly supply and demand, and then you watch it on the daily, and it still is effective. It's not like it's ineffective and I just don't like it anymore. You know, it's still fine. It actually is great. Major shoulder held. They just kept rallying from here. So not really much more to talk about that one. But King Carnage chart, this is what I've been using the past, what, guys, like, I mean, we used it before this. It was when we were still kind of around here and we took that dip, and I started saying eaves. We were talking about eaves, and I was like, we got one here, 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 here. And so we started drawing supply and demand based on just recent eaves and dips. So if you look over here, whoops, I don't have it wide enough yet. But if you look over here, here's the all-time high supply. Here's the lower high supply of the all-time high. You got a third one. And then you kind of break over into here where you start to have more of them. The areas of supply we have not surpassed yet. And that's the chart you're seeing on that top right chart and bottom right chart. This is for swing trading, bigger time frame analysis, just bigger time frame discussion. It's not necessarily always to take a trade. But it's really just to kind of show us, like, what is next. And I'm glad we did it this way, because this is really what helped me a lot over the past couple weeks. And it's very hard for a lot of people to be bullish and remain bullish when there aren't large areas of consolidation. Like, you kind of had one here. All right, cool. Didn't really get one here. Got a nice move up. But they didn't really move up a lot because they didn't have a lot of consolidation. They have a lot of consolidation here. So what does that tell you from the past? They definitely could go up a lot more. And if they don't, then what do we look for? We look for a high, we look for a rejection, and then a lower high. And if we can get two bearish candles and then a follow through, that is what's going to give us our trade. Or at least a signal. It doesn't necessarily need to be every time you see something, you got to take a trade on it. Like, it's just good to get information from the chart sometimes to help you out on the smaller time frames, to help you out on other particular trades you might be looking at. But that is the difference between those two charts, just for your information. Oops. That new. So sometimes I'll just kind of leave this unlinked, and we'll just kind of leave this here because I'm addicted to the daily time frame. Anybody who's been around me long enough knows that I love swing trading. I love looking at bigger time frames. So that's why I leave this one untouched. But that's why we have the 15/30 minute here sometimes. And we'll just use that chart set instead of the one that has like a billion levels on it. But how is everybody? Who all took a play from the stream today? Who all just sat cash? Or who all got a rep? I don't even care if you took a real play or not. Who got a rep in today? Who got a mental trade, a real trade, a paper trade? Who got something in today? Who got their reps in? Give me a show of hands or post your favorite emoji or whatever those things are called. All right, back to YouTube chat. Bullish news. Yeah, it's oil. No, you're good. You are good, Zeke. Sorry for getting to you so late on this, man. I'm trying to read through a lot at once. Yes, you are correct. That would be a potential 3-bar play. Remember to type potential, but what you want essentially is this close and this candle's open to be the exact same. They aren't, so it's not really, but they're close enough. It's still under that candle's high, so close enough. So yes, could be a 3-bar play. And what I like about this most is the positioning of it, Zeke. So you have your open here. We went up. We went down. We held the open. We went up. Holding a continuation, but it's holding it over the candle of that open move, right? So that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for the halfway point of... Why is it messing with me? But you're looking for the halfway point of this green candle here. That needs to hold. But also, you can kind of tie it into that open candle. You can kind of say, well, you know what? I think I'd like to see one of these 3 levels hold. Or necessarily, you'd want to see these 2, but draw the whole candle, because why not? But yes, you'd be correct. That is a potential 3-bar play so far. You're looking for a new close of a high of day on the 10-minute, and that would be very good continuation for the bulls, which you kind of have that in your head on the 1-minute and 5-minute, but it's probably not a 3-bar play. Here it would be a bull flag or a 4-bar or a 5-bar or, you know, bullish continuation that holds the halfway and golden pocket of the retracement from breakout to high. And then on the 1-minute, it just looks like a bunch of consolidation. And that's, again, the difference between your time frames. But yes, you are correct in that, Zeke. Sorry for getting to you so late. Also, guys, shout out to Hidden Land. I'm just now getting to it, man. Love you, Jay. But he gifted 5 memberships, everybody. 5 memberships. Somehow 2 of them were mods. I just realized. But definitely be sure to thank him if you were one of the people who were gifted that. Jay, thank you again, man. It's never like, oh, thank you for 25 bucks. It's always impressive to me that when people gift memberships, it's not just gifting money to the channel. It's literally also giving someone months of information. You're literally giving someone a ton of stuff. No, you're good, Deepak. Feel free to keep asking basic questions, man. It's really not that bad. Now, what will be bad is if you do this for a couple months and then you're still asking me these questions. Then I'll be like, okay, what are you doing, man? Sherman said, thanks for the membership, dog. Thank you again, Jay. Seriously. Jay got his bag on the stock market and decided to bless everybody. VC, type your question again. I didn't really understand it, but you don't have to be sorry, though. I got you. Nice. I'm glad everybody was in here when we were talking about flipping bear to bull, even though it looked like crap. No way, I don't need to bring your wrath on me. Trust me, man, I only really drop my wrath on people who deserve it, so I'm sure you'll be fine. How do you know if it was gifted to you? It'll say it. Yeah, you did not win one. Sorry, Nicole. It'll show. It shows like all 5 names right after whoever donates. Oh, VC, that's what you were asking. Okay. I'll just message you. Oh, yeah, and what SF said, your name would be green, too. Thank you, Hidden Land. In the past, I've been gifted 2 memberships, and I took them. Signs to not give up and stop being a bitch to learn. At least you're being honest. That's funny. Yo, trying to trade this, watching dollar is not working. Who told you that was... Who told you should be trading SPY with the dollar? They're not opposites. I'm not trying to be rude, but I've actually openly said how many times that they're not opposites. I know you haven't been here every day. You've been busy, but they're not opposites. You should not be trading them at the same exact time. I don't know if you're trading the dollar or if you're trading SPY, but they're not perfect opposites. They do apply pressure to each other, though, Blackout Gambler. Now, if we had like a huge drop in equity markets, you might see a slight rise in that and then prices like that. If you see a huge rise in the dollar, you might see a slight drop in equity price. It's just they pressure each other, but they're not perfect opposites. Nothing is. So if you are trying to trade off of that, I'm assuming you probably saw that from YouTube or something, but the dollar is not a perfect opposite. I don't care what anybody says. They're not. So if you see like, especially on smaller time frames, no, you're good. And I'm not getting onto you. You're probably learning it just as good as anyone right now because you're in the moment, you're in the live of things. But it's funny because like that's a pretty common like thing. Like people always teach other people, hey, this is opposites. No, it's not. People have taught other people VIX is the opposite of SPY. No, it is not. There's plenty of times where both VIX, the dollar, and SPY can go up. Now, should that be happening? No. They shouldn't all three be going up at the same time. But that's that's the information you want to look for, though. You want to look for that disparity. But I'm sure you're learning it real time. But no, you're good, man. I'm not trying to get onto you. I'm a very open advocate against this kind of stuff because it's a pretty common thing. Like everybody teaches that for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know who told everybody that was okay. But it's not. It's not okay. Now, don't get me wrong though. They are close to opposites. They are almost close. They do apply a lot of pressure to each other for obvious reasons. Sector rotation, market rotation, money rotation. The movement of money going to different areas because, let's say, like one side's up, one side down. Of course money's going to go put it in the thing that's down while everyone's not paying attention to it. Then it goes up. Then they do it again. They rotate, they rotate, they rotate. And this happens across all money markets. So that's really what you're witnessing. It's not really like the opposite of thing. Whoa, do y'all see that? We got a gap up on the 1 minute. Damn. Are they about to rip this? They're about to rip this to 466. I don't see any bears on my Twitter feed today. What happened to all of them? I believe the hashtag was Mini will be fucked or something like that. There will be blood, I believe is what was being posted everywhere. I then ask you, where is said blood? Where is said bulls fucked? Where is that? I don't see it. Almost like you shouldn't take your advice from someone on Twitter. It's crazy how that works out. I'm typing a tweet. Ignore my loud typing. What happened to Let There Be Blood, bro? Bro, I told you it was KI. I like Zeke's comments. He said, or my favorite one, I told you all it was coming following a $1.50 move. Oh, yeah. I promise you, watch this tweet. If we ever react and break back down and retest this, someone's going to reply to me and be like, bro, you said it was going to keep going up. No, I did not. I'm literally breaking down what has happened up to this point. I'm not saying we can go to 469. You can go back in my streams and see me break things in the morning time before these candles have finished and see us talk about the possibility of both bulls continuing to higher zones and bears stepping in to give us slower invalidations over time. I don't just sit here and talk about what we're definitely going to hit, what we're definitely going to do. No, because I don't know what we're going to do. I can't see the future, and nobody can. That's the sad truth. Anytime you see somebody trying to say they know the future or say that they knew something was going to happen, I promise you they did not. They are making shit up. This is a very normal, common occurrence across social media trading. It's to get reactions. It's to become popular. It's to look cool. XLV said bye-bye. Healthcare is going down. Great call out, Hidden Land. It's the second largest sector of the stock market. That is why that is so crucial to us. FinTwit is the only call outs I take. No, you're good, Blackout Gambler. You're not an idiot. Trying something new is nothing wrong with that. Just read that comment, sorry. None of you are idiots, so don't ever say that. The only known exact opposites in this market are my positions in the direction the market goes. I forgot my chat is full of comedians. It's funny too, Don, because the guy that I'm making fun of with that tweet, I don't care if he sees it. He probably won't ever react because he's a child, but the person I'm talking about that to used to work with probably the largest scammer I've ever seen in trading community history. He's worked with that person directly. So it's funny that that's who I'm calling out. Remember some dude in yesterday morning what we could potentially close the 3 white soldiers? No, not Zach Morris. We like Zach Morris. Zach actually trades. Person I'm talking about. Oh, you're joking. Yeah. But it's just funny. Like, it's crazy. Like, all these dudes have, like, thousands of views and stuff. And you'll go watch them, and it's like, wow, they put on a good show. I'll give them that. They put on a great show. And don't get me wrong on this either. A lot of these fake traders are actually really good marketers. I'm not even going to front. Like, I wish I was half as good at marketing as some of these dudes. Now, I'm glad I'm not a piece of shit like some of these dudes, but it's just, at the same time, it's like, it is kind of impressive, the reactions I can get from people. I've always said that about every single one of them. guys, I need to make this clear. Please do not come to me asking about memberships and stuff. You can literally join the server and ask this stuff. All of it is here for you. You can join the announcements. You can read our disclaimer. You can read the rules of chat. You can read the FAQ, which, by the way, I actually type all this stuff. So if you want to, be my guest. Upgrade. If you want to upgrade, check out our memberships. You can literally click on this. You can go sign up. I don't think that coupon code works, by the way. But yeah, sign up there. All kinds of stuff. Testimonials. Invite your friends. I mean, you actually can't see that channel. And then look through this stuff. But guys, go in here if you have questions about the server. This is literally what it's for. Please do not ignore the amount of typing I've put into this. Thank you. It's a lot of typing. We're still on Roku. Get off this junk. I also just feel like a piece of shit when I market myself, so just go look. You want to sign up, sign up. I'm not going to sit here and bully you to sign up or anything. Wow, some of y'all actually guessed the name right. Good job. No, Blackout Gambler. I don't even know who those people are. Gabe sounds familiar. Question for you in Discord, or I'll check it out. So much typing and it's so appreciated. Thank you, SF. I appreciate you. How are your swings going, if any? Oh, I'm out of Roku. Roku was the swing I was in. Oh, maybe you weren't here when I did it, but we exited that. I'm just chilling now. But we had taken Roku. And it went well. I took one contract at 15% because I'd been sitting in it since last Thursday. And I never average down. I don't like to make a habit of it, but we took profit on the second one at 42%. And then it kept going, but I'm not going to complain about it. Yes, FOMC is today. John Moss Jr. FOMC is indeed today. You also have the followed up Jerome Powell conference afterwards, which is very normal. Thank you, Timmy. All my little informants are in here. Everybody's posting updates and factual knowledge every day. I like to see it. See, that's what makes this community great. You guys. It's not me. Me and none of the guys that run chat. That's not going to make chat great. You guys are what make chat great. So it's just nice to see, like, somebody randomly could pop up in here, ask questions, and y'all would probably give them everything they need without me saying anything. Feel great about that. p.m. Eastern. That's, yeah, I was gonna say that sounded a little more accurate because I think it's 1 my time. No, yeah, you're right, Timmy. You're right. Time to load racing game. What racing game do you play? I think I asked you before, but I forgot. How is everyone in the stream, though, so far? We've been in here for... Oh, I'm not live. We've been in here for an hour and a half on the dot, actually, as I'm asking. I'm going to pretend that was calculated. But been 90 minutes. How's everyone doing today? How are you guys doing on FOMC Day? I know we haven't gotten to all the news today. We've just had some of the data come out. But how is everyone? Seriously. I took that one trade. I'm just chilling now. We called out SPY calls. And then, honestly, I would never have you still holding this. I'm a very passive trader. I'm never going to sit here and tell you to continue holding to this target if I don't like in the timely manner it's doing so. So we took it down here, took some here, took some on the new high. I'm done with that call out. You want to focus on that? That's you. But done with plays today. Assetto Corsa. Oh, shit. Check review. I made my losses back. Bought puts when I meant to buy calls. Up 207. Ace. Happens to the best of us. Don't let it get to you. Next trade's going to be amazing. If you get a next trade today. Took a light mental risk and a live trade. Now chilling until PAL. Good. It looks like a lot of people are chilling in here. And this is what I like to see. I like to see a lot of level-headed traders. Looks like a lot of you are doing that. And my bad, Zeke. Did you ask a question in chat and I just didn't see it? I looked over as soon as you said, oh, here it is. Would this be how you draw a short-term fib because price started to slow down at 464.98? What time frame is this? This is the 1 minute? Okay, so you drew it from here. I'm a big 5-minute guy when it comes down to drawing those because these are the candles it like breaks from. Let me see though. Let's see how I would have drawn. I'm not trying to make anything up. Honestly, it would have been probably from this high because this was the first time it broke out. But if you did draw it from here, I really can't complain because I think this is where you drew it, right? You drew from the top of this breakout to the slowdown. Then you were watching that. Okay, yeah. No. You were watching that right. You were watching that right. That is exactly how you watched that. Yes. So what I like to do, Zeke, is I go from like levels to the slowdown. But if you're doing that as well, from where it broke out to where it slows down, that's perfect as well. I'm never gonna correct you on that one. So yes, that is correct. And sorry for answering you so late. And everyone likes to draw them differently, but that's how I've been teaching it. I know some of my guys like to draw it from the low to the high, and that works as well. You know, and what matters is that you're doing something in a calculated manner, and then you're doing it over and over and over again. You're not changing the method. You're not changing how you do things. So you're giving yourself a stable, absolute method of doing something. That is what the edge is on that. So there's a little bit of, like, you know, as you can see, there's a little bit of play with it. A little bit of flex with it. So, great question, and I'm sorry I answered you so late. VC, I'm going to answer you this again. Make sure you read what each membership does. That's the benefits. But check out the different channels that have unlocked you. What membership did you get? I don't even see your name. Okay, you got basic. I see you. Okay, so I'll go over some stuff with you. I'm not going to break this down again, though. I typed all this out, and I'm being serious. You could literally read everything I'm about to say. So if you have basic membership, that means you have weekly watch list, daily updates, reason over risk, trade floor, results. You pretty much have all of this, right? You have all that. You have all of Op Topic, which everybody has this, even people who don't have memberships. That's just a fun place to hang out with and talk to people. This is VIP. That's premium lifetime. This is not you. This is lifetime. This is all yours as well. You have all the educational section. This involves a lot of things from years ago all the way to now, where I've covered various topics mainly concerned with our system and the price history, price action, the candlestick patterns, all the different things, supply, demand, and all that good stuff. That's all in here. So that's all you. Now, a couple channels you should watch every single day are the ones with green checks. Now, this one is one that I post in every single week. This one is one I post in every single day. This is another one that I post in every single day. So these are 3 that you can check every single day for daily updates, daily news, daily levels, daily plans, stuff like that. You were asking me about things that are in lifetime, though. This is swing trading chat. This is where me and a few of my friends post ideas, plays, and all kinds of stuff. And this is where it all goes down. See, here's in my second Roku con. Here's Etsy, Crowd, from Noxta, Nvidia, killed that one. Noxta again with BX. Actually, still kind of like that one. LUV, Roku, Pens. So this is lifetime. This is what you were asking about. I'm just making sure you know that. But that's everything. Also, one more thing. I don't know why I always forget to explain this to everybody. Go over to whatever channel you want. But let's say you want to learn more about reason over risk. It's like, what is this channel? What are the people doing here? You know, besides my list, my daily levels, you know, besides Daffy's plays, what else is in here? You know, it's not just plays, it's not just ideas, not just levels. There's also a lot of information in here. So you can check out all kinds of cool stuff on the pinned messages part of the channel. On your phone, this is insanely hard to find, but you have to find the channel, hold it down, go to pinned messages, then you can find it. On the desktop, you literally just click pinned messages and it's right there. So you guys want to go through that? You can do that with most channels in the chat. Most channels have pinned information, especially the ones that are actively being posted in, like TradeFloor. TradeFloor has a ton. Results and Review. This has a ton. There's 50 of the best trades are pinned there. So all kinds of information everywhere. You just gotta look around. When am I supposed to look at Timmy's trade? Yeah, here it is. Here, I'll start from the top. We'll already read those. Look at Mel opening up his inventory. He's not just trading SPY. He's also on AMD Legend. Whoo! This was the original call out from Daffy. 47%. Whew. Let's see AMD trade by Mel. I gotta see this. So he liked the open. He liked it at rejected, pushed down. Came back up, rejected the open again. He got it on the first bearish candle he sees. Love it. And then take profits on the wick up towards the higher low of day. I love that, Mel. Great job on AMD. You really did your SPY trade, but on AMD right there. Great job, Mel. I love to see you expanding your list. 3 plays, 2 real, 1 mental. Even now, after my first kerfluffle. Why do I feel like I've never heard that word out loud? 3 plays, 2 real, 1 mental. Even now, after my first kerfluffle. I'm assuming this is the mental trade. Inside bar, positive print, hit high of day. Damn. What are your EMAs you're rocking here? Kerfluffle. We're good in the hood, sir. All right, good job, VC. I just want to make sure you were covered, man. I hate that feeling in me when someone's asking a question. I feel like I didn't answer it completely. I don't want to just leave you hanging. So I'm just making sure you're good. I really am not like somebody to try to trick people into buying things or anything like that. Like I feel like shit when I say stuff like that. So I'm making sure you were good. But I'm glad to hear you're fine. Roku's down 3%. We're gonna pretend I didn't see that. Pattern. Tesla new low of day. Great call up by Chris. Microsoft gonna close over the overnight gap. Good job, Jack. The 9, the 200, and VWAP. Okay. I like the 9 and I like VWAP. I don't know if you need the 200 on the smaller time frames. But if you're using it and it's something that's helping you, don't tell me to shut up. I'll just shut up. Took to SPY puts. Did like it at pre-market high and reject. Good job, Mel. And good job, Mel, on your AMD trade. I don't know if you heard me or not, but I'm happy to see you trading different things. And doing the same trade on them. You literally took your SPY trade, your SPX trade, but on AMD. That's very impressive. Question for you. Can you look at Tesla and explain to me where a good trade would have been entered for a put at the retest level at 234, 44, 50, 236, 87, 234? Yeah, let's look at it together, Chuck. Now, remember, I'm going to try to cover things in how I would actually see them. I'm not going to go over things to try to make it look cool. You know, I'm just not that type. And it looks like I didn't even update my Tesla chart. So let's do that first. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, wait, that's SPY. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, actually, I guess I would have left that. Alright, so hold up. Let me update this with how I would have updated it first. Ignore all of today's price action. Where are we at? Okay, so here's our open, close. Okay, so this is how I would have drawn it. We would have gone from here to that day's open. 18th. Probably draw the previous day close because that's pretty obvious. And then the previous day low demand. So the low of day, which actually is back here. To the top of the last red candle before reversal. So you got this kind of working for you. 18th. Previous day close, previous day open and higher covered, bigger time frame mixed in, previous low covered, all that's covered. All right, so now we're looking at this the correct way, I believe. You don't really need that anymore. What is this from? Okay, we need to extend that. Go to the 18th, just to have it there. 5 minutes. Okay. So we're good. Now we can review. So this was yesterday. They did their little drop and just kind of consolidated all day. Didn't really do much. Most of the market weights did this to some extent in either direction. But today, little awkward opening for that one. A lot lower of an open. And then they pumped right back up to just under previous day close. Rejected, came back down. So nothing there. I don't see any bearish setups here yet. You just see a good pump and dump. That's all you got. And it's in between levels to where you really can't take a position yet. Because you don't have the break of previous day low. You don't have the break of previous day close. You don't have the break of anything. You're almost like just getting the normal part of the range touch. Like they're going out and they're like, all right, this is our top. This is our bottom. Like they just wanted to stretch out and reach their arms out and grab them. So that's kind of what that looked like. Now this is where I would say a bearish setup came in. Because you finally did get a break of the previous day low. Now, should you be taking 40% entries all the time? Maybe not. I'm not really a big fan of them. But what did happen here, Chuck? We ended up coming back up, and we rejected today's open. Now, let's look at that on the 1 minute. I just got to see what kind of candlestick pattern came through. Where's today's open? Here we go. That's the day's open. So let's look. What happened here? Came up, hit it. Awesome. Just testing it. Higher low. Awesome. Should still be bullish. I mean, not bullish. Should still be just kind of because you just broke previous day lows, but you're looking for a better retest, and you're building higher highs. You have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're looking for something to break today's open again, right? You end up getting that crackdown, a little bit of a retest outside of previous day low, and it looks like you finally got, now I wouldn't call this a 40% entry, I wouldn't call this an 80% entry. I would call this like a 60% because it's not really an open range breakout, but it's also after a retest. So it's a little bit more than an open range breakout, but less than a retest is how I see it. So I would say this was a pretty decent inside of the range opportunity, but I wouldn't have said you should be part of this move. I would say you need to be taking profits into this low, into this low, into this low, and then anywhere into the bottom of this zone. No point would you be selling into 230 right now. The best case for you is you would have shorted into 232, and then you would have taken profits. That's how I see this. I do not see this as you would have been able to know that was going to break 231.60s and you'd keep holding. Maybe with runners, but with how many scale out spots there were and the low down here with the bigger zone that we had from a while ago, I don't know. I wouldn't be telling people they need to be in this. Now maybe this one. I don't disagree with that move, but that's how I see the chart, Chuck. Let me know if you see anything you disagree with. That's just how I personally see it. And I do apologize for not having the levels ready because clearly I was not prepared on Tesla today. I think I've gotten lazy because of how many zones I've been having to draw lately. But yeah, massive pullback on that one. What you were explaining on Tesla is kind of where I'm at. Oh, okay. But you see what I was doing, though. I kind of like start back on the previous day. I make sure my levels and zones are right. And then I go to the day. And I really focus from the open. And then I try to get to wherever current price is. But I got to go through all this price action to understand how we got here. You can't just open the chart up, wake up late, and look at this and be like, oh, I know exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to take a retest here. It's like, no, you didn't go over it. So telling the story of the chart really can help you out a lot. It helps me a lot, personally. I posted in results and review. since I was in. I should have zoomed out since I was in the 1 minute. I got out of the play once I saw a hammer, however got out before my target since I wanted to save profits. Wow, you got inputs very early on, which is beneficial to you. Cracks that support. And you're watching the good, you're watching the right areas. Oh, you took calls early on too. Nice. Okay, so you like the bullish continue. And this is another thing that might help you, but could also hurt other people, is that if you're in this play and then you flip short, like that's really good practice for you because you're making sense of it. You're not just flipping randomly, right? So that's awesome. But one thing a lot of people can also get stuck in is when they flip, then they stay bearish, and then what if this recovered? Then they wouldn't be able to flip again. So also be able to make sure that you're able to flip without like marrying whatever you're flipping to, if that makes sense. You're not gonna marry what you're flipping over to. But you broke this down perfectly, Chupapi. Very, very nice. Very, very clean. You've always got pretty awesome posts in here. It's funny, you came in here and you were literally just like the ENPH guy, and now you're posting like everything. So it's kind of fun to see you kind of go through that stuff. Kind of fun to see someone go through their journey or whatever. But yeah, that's the breakdown on Tesla. Let me remove some of these ovals, and we'll just leave the levels up for now. We're already on the 5-day 5-minute. Which looks like I don't have a level till 225. If you were to grab a halfway point, I think we already hit it. Now they're close to 2830s. This is starting to look good for a short, but I don't want to enter early. Inside the fair value gap. Do you like this SPY uptrend? I do. I do like this SPY uptrend. Doing very well so far. Personally, though, Leslie, I'm not touching this right now. We had taken plays from this candle up to the new high, and we're done. We're not touching anything else. We actually took most of our profits here, and then we skimmed the rest of them here. So we're done. We're chilling. But yes, I do still like this uptrend. The hold of previous day high was important. The retake of that new high, the higher low building above that, that was great as well. Also above another bigger time frame level. That was all great. Making the new high, another great sign. But we have rejected since then, and we have broken short-term structure since then. So uptrend is still in effect because of the levels we've retaken. But I would like to add we have gotten a short-term slowdown here that could cause problem for extra bulls towards 466s. But pretty much just watching this to continue to hit 466. If not, they end up bringing it back down and they crack 464.70s. They are most likely wanting to retest the lower part of this range, which means they want to go back to our yellow lines. They want to go back to previous day high, previous day close. So be it. But those are the two scenarios in front of you from current price. I'm also giving you context on what we've done up to this point because I'm never just going to sit here and say, yeah, it looks great, and that's it. Because it's not just what's happened. There's a lot more going on than that. A lot of good updates. So I wanted your thoughts. Thank you. You need to study the charts better. You're good, Chuck. You're doing great. Step by step. Take your time. And it's gonna feel like you're not progressing quick enough, but I promise you, you're doing great. Progressing slow is the way to go. Because another thing about that, like why I say it like that, like progressing slow is the way to go, is because it really is. Like every time I see someone try to learn too much too fast, like it doesn't matter if they're smart or capable of learning stuff that fast. Like that doesn't matter. I'm sure a lot of you are. But what matters is that you remember this stuff and you kind of instill it in yourself. You make it part of you. You make it part of who you are as a trader. Because then, what happens when you make a mistake? What happens when you catch a really nice sized loss? You're not going to be the same cool, calm, collected person that you like to be. You're going to be a lot more emotional. You're going to be pissed off. You're going to be angry. You might even make more mistakes after that because of what you did. So it's very nice to kind of take care of yourself. Also, when you make those mistakes, it's not knocking you down to peg one. It's not knocking you down to square one. You're not back to square one, relearning everything. Oh, I need to take a break, or oh, I need to refresh, or oh, I need to relearn everything. I need to delete everything I've learned up to this point. Like, you don't need to do that crap. That's the waste of time.
So you need, the point of going slow and progressing slow and taking your time and taking it step by step, Chuck, and to everybody, not just Chuck, is so when you do hit these mistakes or you do catch a red trade, you don't ever feel your emotional self come out. You never feel the wrong you come out. It's always going to be the you that wants to learn. That's the you should pull out every single time. I forget my steps. Exactly. We could trip. We could lose our footing, we could fall, and those falls suck. We all know what it's like to lose in this market and to feel like shit and for it to just continuously happen. We all know what that feels like. We don't want to go back to that, right? The only way to go back to that is by creating a good process and then following it step by step by step by step every single day, like a routine. You always hear that big famous Marine speech where he's talking about, you should get up and make your bed. That's like the first thing you should do because it's part of a good routine. It's part of a system. It's to get you into the routine of things, to keep you, going, right? It's the same thing with this stuff. If you make your bed, okay, well, you should be able to come up with a plan beforehand with your trades. You should be able to figure out, okay, why do I like these levels? Where did I get them from? You should understand all of that. You shouldn't be having to ask questions about, small stuff here and there while you're actively trading. And if you are, then you don't need to be actively trading. You need to step back and you need to really just solve everything. You need to go through everything and try to remember, all right, what's my routine? What do I want to go through every day? And then stick to it. Holy crap, Jay. EL. Take the L. Also, pretty cool about this guy here, username Certified Legend. He's been posting Tesla updates in here for weeks. If you type in from username and then just type in Tesla, or just type in Tesla, you'll probably just get his post. And thank you guys for over 55 likes on today's stream. Thank you, Jay, for the donated memberships. Hopefully everybody who got those take care of it. And thank you guys again, seriously, liking the stream, all the amazing support we get each and every day on these streams and the videos and everything we provide and everything. I honestly cannot wait to release the second course because I think a lot of you guys are gonna enjoy it. Also, me and Leland talked about this very in depth before even starting the course, and we want to make the course very cheap because we want a lot of people to have access to it. It's going to be the cheapest thing on the market, or it's going to be very cheap. I can't imagine it being over $100. But I'm very excited about it. It's a lot of hard work me and Leland both put into it. It's a lot more deeper details too, and I think it's in time over the process, it's helped me and Leland even more as well because it's not just like covering the same subject over and over again. It really is a lot more in depth on, all right, you need to do this, you need to do that, this is this. And I really can't wait to show everybody that. We still have a lot more to add on to it, but But yeah, and if you are a lifetime member in the Discord, you don't have to worry about it. You're gonna get it for free. Also, if you are lifetime in Discord and you're in here right now, be on the lookout. Over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be doing a live stream for you guys, where we go over the course. We're gonna go over the new course before it's out, and then yeah. Someone play the world's smallest violin for Roku. Man, I'm proud of you guys. Seriously, we've been getting a lot of good trade ideas in here. I've been trying to be cool, calm, and collected while covering them and trading other ideas at the same time with the Discord guys and all that stuff. So it's been really good in here. Everybody's been kind of taking care of each other, posting mature updates, asking good questions. And if you guys are basic or beginners in here, or you're new to the community and you're not someone, whatever, you're new to this community in some way, shape, or form, feel free to ask questions. We won't bite you, I swear. I beg you too, because there's a lot of guys in Discord who are very capable of answering questions, as well as helping anybody. Really, it's crazy how many guys in here. Like, I know we have hundreds of people who don't like to talk; they just kind of like to watch, and that's fine. I get it. That's totally cool. I get it. But definitely try to join in on the conversation if you see something you want to talk about. If you see, B Ferg's talking about Tesla and getting stopped out early, and so the same thing happened to you. Tag him. Be like, look, I did this. What'd you do? Even just small stuff like that. Just small stuff like that is going to help you a ton. Oh, look, Daffy did this. Oh, what did you do that for? Let me see. Let me see your reasoning. Tag me or whatever. Show me the chart. Blah, blah, blah. Even just small stuff like that. And it's very helpful. Good job, Jack. Lots of really good posts in here, too. Good questions. Again, too, showing this off again. You guys should be following this as a template. It's really nice to see someone break it down on the daily and then go down to the intraday and talk about the smaller time frames, combining both time frames of TA, being able to kind of give yourself a story of what's possible for both bulls and bears before the day has even begun. And this is a great template that a lot of you should follow. And if you want to post it in here, you can. You can see Taylor even does this thing where she replies to her previous one, again, giving her kind of a story to follow of, okay, this is what I was looking at. It's really fun for yourself as well as others to read stuff like that because it's organized. But I definitely urge a lot of you to go in there, as well as in this channel, posting your, not just real trades. This is not just a channel for real trades. If you took a mental rep, like I like to promote for people who are beginning and starting out and just trying to get into the swing of things, or a paper trade if that's something you like to enjoy, whatever you want to do, then post that here. Post, here's my entry, here's my exit, here's my reasoning. That's it. That's all you should be worried about posting. It shouldn't be, here's $1,000, guys, that's all I did. We're just gonna delete that. This isn't the type of chat to be in if you're that type of person. We're just gonna delete that. I don't care about your money. I don't care about how much you made, and if that's all you're gonna post. If you want to post you made $1,000, that's great. Post some reasoning alongside it on your entry, exit, and why you liked it. That's what we want to see. That's what's trading. We're not gamblers in here. We're not gonna sit here and promote looking cool. We're gonna promote actually being cool, trading for real, not just looking like it. And that's what we like to promote here. Maybe IV boosted a bit due to all the news today. Still think contract was slowly today. Okay, at least you got a same day. It might be the implied volatility. The implied volatility might be making things cost more, making them move less. So that could be a thing happening, Zeke. I'm not going to take that away from you. I didn't personally see, but that is definitely real. Good stuff, Mel. Just a quick short. Taylor is for real goated. I just like the example she sets because it really is an amazing example for everybody to follow for how you should be posting beforehand. I've been begging people to do this for years because I genuinely, every time I see someone do it, it's a really good routine for them to get into. It's not that it works or doesn't work or is this or that. It's not about anything. It really is about just having stability, having structure, having a path ahead to follow. And by doing that every day, you're telling the story of the charts on multiple time frames to yourself with facts. You're not trying to give yourself any bias. And then on top of that, it's kind of helping, again, with the routine, doing the same thing over and over again. Potential lead test. I need a better break of structure, but you do have the change in trend a little bit there, Timmy. I'll give you that. Make sure the stream I have to go. Good day to all. You too, Mel. I'm not far behind you. Such a good post today by everybody. It's making trading a lot more fun on all fronts. Not just for me, not just for the people who lead the chat, but also for every member within the chat. It's been a lot more fun. A lot more relaxing. But guys, I am going to end the stream there. I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. It was about a 2-hour stream. We've been doing 2-hour streams every single day this week. We'll do another one tomorrow, and then we have a half day on Friday. It's not it's a full market day. I'm doing a half day because I need to do stuff in the second half of that day. But I'm going to leave you guys with this. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys for the questions, answering each other, updating to any extent. Seriously, I can't even name all of you because every single person that's been typing and helping has actually been helping other people. It's crazy. Some people will tune in here and be like, Bueller, I think it's incredible, the community you have, the people that are in here, the things that I see be said in here. It's crazy. But guys, tune on over to the Discord, Trade Floor, and you can catch other updates. You can talk to other traders within this community for free. You don't have to have a membership to type in Trade Floor. You can talk to people for free. But come in here and meet everybody, hang out, and let us know what you're looking at. We got all kinds of channels for anybody to kind of scroll through. Hope you guys check it all out. But guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys again, guys and gals. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Please do not overtrade. Remember, we have FOMC and FedPal end of day. Do not overtrade. Do not blow your load. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Be safe, and I'll see you in Discord.